The UK Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, is prioritizing de-escalation in the increasingly fraught transatlantic relationship, particularly concerning the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. His upcoming meeting with Donald Trump next week will be a pivotal moment, demanding a delicate balancing act. Rather than directly confronting Trump over his recent inflammatory remarks targeting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, Starmer will adopt a conciliatory approach, aiming to diffuse the escalating tensions between Europe and the U.S. Starmer's trip to the U.S., scheduled for the coming days, holds immense significance for his premiership. The transatlantic alliance finds itself deeply fractured, with mutual accusations and recriminations flying across the Atlantic regarding the war's origins and the most effective path towards resolution. Trump's recent pronouncements have significantly exacerbated this rift. On Friday, Trump leveled accusations against both Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron, claiming their efforts to resolve the Ukrainian conflict have been negligible. This prompted a swift and sharp rebuke from German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who deemed Trump's statements wrong and dangerous. Zelenskyy himself accused Trump of existing within a disinformation bubble, highlighting the stark disconnect between Trump's narrative and the reality on the ground in Ukraine. Trump's assertions that Ukraine initiated the war are demonstrably false. Furthermore, his recent lengthy social media post contained a stark warning to Zelenskyy. Zelenskyy better move fast or he is not going to have a country left. While Trump's envoy to Ukraine, Keith Kellogg, attempted to mitigate the damage, describing Zelenskyy as the embattled and courageous leader of a nation at war, the damage had already been done. Western officials expressed deep concern that Trump's vitriolic comments have severely weakened, if not fatally undermined, the pro-Ukrainian coalition among Western democracies. Notably, Downing Street has drawn some comfort from Trump's current restraint concerning the imposition of tariffs on Britain, and also from his relatively positive comments regarding the UK-US bilateral relationship and Starmer himself. Starmer intends to leverage this apparent goodwill to persuade Trump to provide essential air, communications, and logistical support to any European troops deployed to safeguard a potential peace agreement in Ukraine. Starmer has publicly affirmed the UK's willingness to contribute troops to a European peacekeeping force. However, this commitment is explicitly contingent upon a U.S. backstop, a critical guarantee of safety and security for these deployed forces. The Defense Secretary, John Healey, will unveil a timetable to reach the 2.5% defense spending target as part of a broader strategic defense review this spring. Despite pressure from certain military quarters to increase this target even further, Downing Street remains cautious about committing to such a significant escalation of defense spending. The delicate diplomatic dance Starmer is about to undertake reflects the precarious state of transatlantic relations. The success or failure of his mission will have profound implications for the future of the alliance, the trajectory of the war in Ukraine, and indeed, the stability of the global order. The weight of these responsibilities rests heavily on his shoulders as he prepares for this crucial meeting with Trump, a meeting fraught with the potential for both breakthroughs and catastrophic setbacks. The international community watches with bated breath, acutely aware of the high stakes involved in this pivotal moment in history. Starmer's ability to navigate this complex geopolitical landscape and manage the unpredictable temperament of the former U.S. president will determine not only the success of his trip, but also the future course of Western policy towards the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. His strategy of appeasement, however, risks being perceived as weakness by some allies and potentially emboldening further aggressive actions from Russia and those sympathetic to its cause. The long-term ramifications of this calculated approach remain to be seen.